Good morning, everybody. It's your girl Miracle Sims. You're listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juicer. It is May 5th, 2020, Cinco de Mayo. Man, right, just so you guys know, little disclaimer on what Cinco de Mayo is. So basically, that day commemorates the Mexican army's victory over the French Empire at the Battle of Puebla on May 5th, 1862. So that's what Cinco de Mayo is all about. So if you're celebrating today, hello, happy Cinco de Mayo to you, and I hope that you have a great day. So let's get into the juice. Now, I woke up this morning with two words on my mind, and it was going home. And with that being said, I knew it was going to be story time. Okay, so here we go. So here's a little story for you guys. How can I start? Okay, fine. I'll start at the beginning, kind of. So when I was young, I would say I looked forward to this time in my life. I would say I looked forward to graduating. Okay, so here's my thing. I was always looking forward to the next step. So I would be one place and I would be looking forward to the next thing. So when I was in elementary school, I was looking forward to middle school. Going like that, right? So, but then I think by the time I got to middle school, my focus was graduation. High school graduation. And so so I was focused on that. I think I just really craved independence at the time of my life. And so I was looking forward to college. I was looking forward to seeing where I was gonna go. Of course, as an actor, you're thinking about LA or New York or whatever. Well, long story short, guys, I ended up in Florida after college. And so I was there for about 5 years working at old Walt Disney World, So shout out to my Disney peeps. Working there, meeting all of them and everything like that. Having a great experience for the most part, But yeah, long story short. So here we go. Now I was there for about 5 years. And I would say year 3, 4, maybe. I don't know. I was starting to feel a shift happen where I had done all I could do there. But at the same time, it was like, it was a steady job. I was, getting paid every week. You got access to Disney World. I had my own place and stuff like that at the time. So, I wasn't necessarily thinking about leaving. But I could feel this shift happening because there was a lot that I wanted to do and just never really got the opportunity to do it at Disney. So what I did was, as I told you guys yesterday, I'm a DIY. So I decided to find ways to do the things I wanted to do outside of Disney. So I started to record my album around that time. I met who I deem as my mentor, playwright, that was based down there at that time. I worked with her and was building that relationship. I was being at a lot of different other shows and building my resume and things like that. Just doing a lot of things outside of Disney. But again, I was just feeling the shift happening with me and the job now. So maybe that was the Lord. I feel like this is what I feel. I feel like that was the Lord being like, hey, you need to move. And the theme was, coming back home, going home was the thing that kept coming in my mind. But that was the last thing I wanted to do, y'all. I'm telling you, like, that was not even really an option for me. Not to say that home was so bad, but again, wanting my independence all those years, it just was like, that's kind of going backwards. I don't know about that. What's the point of me going home? I'm doing everything I want to do here. That's what I'm thinking. So fast forward. I have to probably tell you guys the story another time, the full story. But fast forward, I ended up having to go back home. Now, I know I'm skipping some stuff, so sorry about that, but I'm trying to just get to it, y'all. So basically, yeah, I ended up having to leave Florida, having to go back home, and it didn't make any sense to me at that time. I ain't gonna lie. It's like, why did this happen? Like, what is going on, right? But I would say, looking back now, everything happened the way it was supposed to. Because even everything that I'm doing right now, the fact that I'm married, the fact that, I have a business, like all of that stuff got established once I left home. Once I came back home, once I left Florida and came back home, these things were in the works, and little did I know, of course. Like, I think at the time when I first came back, I started a business, and so that was something that I kind of was working on in the transition period. But yeah, again, coming on back home. So I'm gonna ask you guys, is there anything in your life that you just flat out refuse, or not even flat out refuse, or is there some area of your life that you feel like, hey, I feel God pulling me in this direction, or I feel God want me to do this or that, but I don't want to do that. Well, I'm gonna tell you, friends, I am a witness that it's better to just go and move than to be moved. Because like I said, that whole thing, I left some stuff out of the story, and I gotta tell you guys one day. But the whole transition process, it was like it had to have been divine, because everything was lined up, but at the same time there was things that didn't make sense about it, and it was like, dang, like what? But all of this just because you want me to leave? But now I look back and it was like, wow, the timing of everything was perfect for me to leave. Even when I met my now husband, we were kind of like, where have you been? And there's no way we could have met. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of comparing about where we were over the past few years and all of that. But just saying, friends, I'm just saying it's better to move than to be moved. So if God's telling you to move, or if God's telling you to come on back home, then you might want to go ahead and just get prepared. Get prepared to do so, because again, if you don't make those moves, He gonna make them for you. If you guys want a little bit of Bible to back that up, check out Luke 15:11-32. Go deeper and just meditate on that story, the parable of the prodigal son, and check that out, and let the Lord lead you now. And don't just do because miracles tell you to go home and then like that, and you pop up at your mama's house like, like, hey, Mom. If the Lord's telling you to move, just move. That's all I'm saying. Let's get into the Bible verse of today, friends. Bible verse of today is Psalms 130:5. It says, I will wait for the Lord. My soul doth wait. And in His word do I hope. Well, friends, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. And talk to you tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye. Everyone is stuck at home, but life is still happening around us every day. Birthdays, anniversaries, holidays, and celebrations. Send your friends and family the gift of wine from the comforts of home. Wine shop at home with Miracle of Wine. Wine, gift baskets, wine accessories, and more at miracleofwine.com.